So in this week's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use note blocks. So if we come over to the note blocks, we can see that they're all on different blocks. Now each different block they're on will make a different sound. So for instance, if it's on dirt, we get a harp. And then if it's on a wood log, we get bass. And then on glass, we get hat. And so forth. And we got all these different sounds. As you just heard that. Now my favourite is the bit one on a emerald block. We get a nice retro gaming sound. So anyways, let's move on to how to turn these into music. So I have made a little practice music just to just show you an example of how to do it. So let's just play this and listen to how it sounds. And there we go, we can see it is in a loop. And how we make a loop is we just take the redstone back into the block here. So we just turn that off, and as we don't need that on, that's getting quite annoying. I'm not the best at making music. Okay, so how this works is we have a button which powers it. We get a repeater to go into the first note block, which will make the first sound. And we just take repeaters between each block, and it will carry the redstone through, making the music carry on. So the reason we need repeaters is so we can draw the power from this note block and pass it to the next one, and then so forth, and go through it all. So if we break this note block a second, we can see that we have the emerald block underneath. That will give us the bit sound, you know, that retro gaming sound I was on about, that I actually do like that a lot. I just place that back there. So something else to talk about is the timing. Between each of these notes, you can have a maximum of a 4-tick delay, which is the repeater. So if we just left click, we can move this little redstone torch bit here further back. Now, further back we go, the longer the delay it will have. And now, obviously, the longer the delay you want between each note, just move this further back, or further up if you want it to be a shorter delay. Now, of course, we can combine these different sounds. So we can have a gold block with a chime and a guitar. I don't know if this will sound very well. So let's just turn this into some music real quick. There we go, not sure how this is going to sound, but let's just listen to it. There we go, we've got a nice little bell sound there. So there we go, you can see if you combine, and also we can left click on these notes to change the pitch. As you can see there, and then it loops back around to the start. Now, if you want to say loop these songs, let's just say yes, it's nice, sounds nice. This is going to go all the way back to the end, then it's just going to stop there, innit? So how we loop these is we just, from the example here, is we take the redstone round, so it goes all the way through the note blocks, and we go round, all the way round, and then all we do is we just place redstone dust going back into the block, which starts it off with the button. So if we look, this will allow it to go around, and then come back by the time it switches off. Because this redstone is arriving when it's switched off. Now also, a good thing to remember is if we see here, if we do this, we see this turning this note block on as well, when we turn it on, because it's powering this redstone as well. A good way to start this is just place a repeater here. And then the redstone cannot go back through, it can only come this way through. So there we go, it won't power that one. There's a little bit of a longer delay, but it's fine, the redstone still won't be there by the time it turns off. So it's all good. So there we go, I think that is the basics of using note blocks. So we know all you have to do is place them on different types of blocks and have repeaters between each note. And you can also make these more complicated. You can send these far out and have longer strains of music and branch them off. Like we could do something like this. But that is actually we can't do that because we need a repeater here. We need a repeater there. Don't do that. No, but we could do this. We could place one here and then have this on the end. And then we could branch this out somewhere else. So we just press this button. You see that one gets activated at the end. So you can like make these as complex as far as you want. We can even add, as long as each joint is added by a repeater, you can make these branch out as far as you want. Now I'll leave the imagination to you on how you make your music, because as you've seen, I'm not very good and this sounds absolutely awful. So let's just turn that off. That sounds too bad, but no one will listen to that. Remove that. Okay, So there we go, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you all in the next tutorial.